Found it. When Chief Crosswell opened the doors, the citizens of Bumbleberg stampeded into the shop. Now remember, this isn't E3. This is just like an ice cream shop they're going into. You wished it was E3, right? And the lighting. Wally helped Herbert work the slushy machine, pouring out slushy after slushy. The shop was packed with vegetables. You were right, Vicky said to Bob. This is a big story. I can't believe all these people, Bob said. Why not, Chief? Asked Vicky. You had to be very silly to get this excited about a slushy contest. Oh look, there's Larry, our janitor, Vicky said. My point is proven. Hey. Larry is not crazy. Larry was sitting with Junior at the far end of the counter. This is exciting, said Junior. Free slushies, said Larry. It looks like the whole town is here, said Junior. Free slushies, said Larry. I bet I could write a great story about this, said Junior. Even if some people think I'm not grown up enough to be a real reporter. Free slushies, responded Larry. My dad says God made me special just the way I am, and that I'll be grown up when I'm good and ready, Junior said. But I want to be a grown up right now. Free slushies, said Larry. Seriously, this guy really loves slushies. I mean, look at his alter ego. Look at it. Hold on a moment. Water break. Chief Crosswell hopped onto the counter and tried to get everyone's attention. Attention! He shouted. Wally let out a loud whistle and everyone quieted down. Thank you, Wally, said the chief. Welcome to Mr. Slushy's Slushy Slurping Contest. Tongue twister, guys. I have been asked to officiate today's event. What's officiate? Asked Larry. Officiate? It means judge, said Junior. Poor fish, said Larry. Everyone who wants to compete must sit at the counter, explained the chief. Herbert and Wally had finished filling up the counter with cup after cup of slushy. They moved away from the slushy machine and squeezed into 2 chairs. Larry and Junior already had seats, as did officers Boyson and Blue, Larry, Lenny, and several others. You should compete, encouraged Vicky. Don't be silly, said Bob. It's a great idea, Vicky said with a wink. Get a first-hand angle for the story. But I always get a brain freeze, Bob complained. Come on, Vicky teased. A little slushy isn't going to hurt you. Besides, if you eat it slowly enough, you won't get a headache. Eat slowly in a Slurpee contest? Get up there, big guy. Vicky nudged Bob up to the counter. Alright, so now we have one more contender for the Slurpee contest. Yay! Okay, contestants, announced Chief Crosswell. When I say go, grab a slushy cup and start slurping. When you finish a cup, take another. When this alarm clock beeps, the contest will be over. Any questions? Where are the straws? Asked Bob. Laughter rang through the shop. There are no straws in a Mr. Slushy slurping contest, explained the chief. Just stick your face into the slushy and slurp. But isn't that a little messy? Asked Bob. Okay, now we're dealing with a germaphobe or clean freak. Ready? Asked the chief. Could I at least get a spoon? Moaned Bob. Shut! The chief called. This is so embarrassing, said Bob. Slurp! shouted Chief Crosswell. The contestants stuck their faces into their slushy cups. Bob sighed, pursed his lips, puckered up, and put his face to a cup. While they race, the rest of us also get to enjoy slushies too, said Chief Crosswell. Free slushies for everyone. The chief hopped to the back of the counter and started filling slushy cups. He passed the cups around until everyone in the shop was busy slurping. Even the title for the next chapter, like, it basically tells you, like, how many minutes later, like 10 minutes later. Beep! The alarm clock on the counter went off. Larry's head shot up. Hello, Archie, he said. Time! Chief Crosswell called out. The contestants lifted their heads from their slushies. They all had multicolored stains on their faces. Chief Crosswell moved down the counter, counting empty slushy cups. 5 slushies for Larry. 3 for Junior. 6 for the Berry Brothers, Officers Boyson and Blue. The Berry Brothers smiled a raspberry, strawberry, and banana grape smile. Only 1 for Bob, announced Chief Crosswell. And I still got a headache, he grumbled. 16 for Herbert. 16? Asked Larry. That's a lot of slushy. Wait, said Chief Crosswell. Wally might have more empty cups. Okay, now this is a real competition here. The chief counted and then recounted, holding each cup up to make sure it was empty. 17 cups! Wally wins! Hooray! Shouted the crowd. Belched Wally. The chief pulled a large trophy from behind the counter. Wally, in honor of your amazing appetite, I award you this Mr. Slushy Slurping Trophy. Sorry if I butchered up that title, but he handed the trophy to Wally. I wish I had a big trophy like Wally, said Herbert. Me too, said Officers Boyson and Blue. I would be much happier with a trophy like his, said Officer Blue. Not as happy as I would be, insisted Officer Boyson. Okay, now the MV formula is starting to kick in. Now, before we finish this chapter, just need to take another water break. You know what would make me happier? Asked Bob. If I had a lot of reporters on my staff, like all the big town papers have. Where did that come from? Asked Vicky. I don't know, said Bob. It just came out. Well, come to think of it, Vicky continued, I would be happier if I had a brand new digital camera, like the big shot photographers have. Suddenly, everybody started talking at once. I wish I had a pony, like Margot has, said Laura. I want Harry's new LarryBoy action figure, said Lenny. I wish I was grown up like grown-ups, whined Junior. Okay, now things are getting heated up here. The whole shop was full of I wish and I want and I'd rather. Envy was filling the shop. Suddenly, the door burst open and a loud laugh was heard. The crowd shushed and turned to the door. There in the doorway, they saw nothing. I think we have time for one more chapter, guys. Down here! I'm down here! Everyone shifted their gaze down and saw the Emperor standing on the threshold. "I have come to take over Bonelyburg," announced the Emperor. The crowd looked at the small menace and began laughing. "Oh yeah?" said Chief Crosswell. "You in what army?" "Me in this army," said the villain as he stepped aside to make room for his henchmen. Frank and Jesse lumbered in through the door. "Those two, they're your army?" chuckled Bob. Everyone laughed again. "Officers Boyson and Blue," said Chief Crosswell, "take these scoundrels into custody." Yeah, this is what happens when you make like a terrorist threat in a public place. So, what do you think was going to happen, Emperor? I wish I had an army like you have, said Officer Blue. "Even a couple of deputies would be nice," agreed Officer Boyson. "Boyson! Blue!" snapped the chief. "Oh, right. You're all under arrest," Officer Blue pronounced, but as he stepped forward, he stumbled and fell to the floor, with Officer Boyson stumbling right behind him. "What's wrong with the Berry brothers?" asked Junior. I don't know," said a stunned Officer Boyson. "I don't feel very good," Blue mumbled from the floor. "I don't feel very good either," said Herbert. "Do you think it's from slurping too many slushies?" asked Wally. "You can never have too many slushies," Herbert replied. "Dude, you didn't even win the contest." "Ha!" gloated the Emperor. "You're all too weak to stand up to me. You laugh at my height, you laugh at my army. Well, who's laughing now?" "You are, boss," said Jesse. "I know I am. That's my point." "Oh." "To make sure no one interferes, my troops will tuck you all safely away in jail. Then Bonelyburg will be mine. While you sit in jail wishing for things you can't have, I'm going to make all my wishes come true." "Wait," said Chief Crosswell weakly. "Aren't you forgetting about LarryBoy? When he hears about this, you'll be sorry." At the far end of the counter, Larry began thinking. "I wish I was LarryBoy," he mused to himself. "Wait a minute. I am that hero." Larry hopped off his chair, and snuck out through the back door. See, look at him. Y'all know what's going to happen next. But that's going to be for another video, guys. So thanks for joining me for another reading of LarryBoy and the Emperor of Envy. Sorry for that rushed ending. Like, somebody opened the door on me. But anyways, that's all for now, guys. Seriously, you all know what's going to happen next.